Although yoga encourages overall health and wellness, and the techniques demonstrated within this program are designed for people of all skill levels, consult your physician before beginning any new exercise program.
Hi, welcome to Mind Body. I'm Susan Foxley, a certified life coach and a registered yoga instructor. I help people live healthier, happier lives, and here's the key. Fitness is not just physical. It's emotional, mental, even spiritual for some people. It's about happiness and health, mind and body. Let's get started. Today, our show is called Perfectly Imperfect. Life is messy, you guys. Wear life like a loose garment. So we're just going to go with the flow today and not be hypercritical about our poses. Sometimes people can use yoga as a form of criticizing themselves. Today, there's no criticizing of the perfect pose because there's no such thing as perfectionism. We're going to be perfectly imperfect. And today we have Betsy and Rana on the wonderful show today. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Come into child's pose. Big toes touching, knees wide. Stretch your arms forward. Soften your forehead and relax your jaw. Take a big inhale, please. And exhale through the mouth. Ah, let go of your day. Another big inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Really nice. Come up onto your hands and knees, please. And let's go ahead and go right into downward dog. Go ahead and just stretch your legs back. Really nice. And you can do whatever you want. You can bend your knees one at a time if you want. Remember, we're perfectly imperfect. There's no perfect pose. Some people have narrower downward dogs. Some people have wider downward dogs. You can come onto your tippy toes and lift your heels, lifting the buttocks up to the sky. There's no such thing as a perfect downward dog. All dogs look differently. Comparing a cockapoo to a Great Dane, they all look different. Go ahead and just walk your hands to your feet, please. And grab your elbows and just dangle. And here too, you can put a little bend in your knees if you want to, because it's the first forward bend of the day. Again, there's no perfect pose. Some people have straight legs, some people have bent legs. There's no right or wrong. Perfectionism creates shame. We're going to wear life loosely. There's no such thing as perfectionism. Go ahead and clasp your hands behind your tailbone, opening up your shoulders just a little bit, please. Some people at home can use a belt. And then go ahead and let's go right into a chair, bending the knees slightly, and then slowly come on up, look up, reach up. Ground your feet and reach your fingertips up to the heavens. Hands at your heart, and come on up to the top of the mat, please. Big toes touching, or if you have problems balancing, you can have your feet a little wider. Again, there's no right or wrong here. Listen to yourself. Reach up to the sky, look up, and exhale down, touch your toes. Then from here, bring your hands onto shins and calves and just a little bit of a flat back. Look up. And then bend your knees, left foot back. Reach your heart forward, ground your right foot in your left toes. Reach your right hand up for a little bit of a twist. Looking up, bringing the hand back down, and then just ground your back heel for warrior one. Hands to your waist. Bring your left arm forward and retract the arm bone back slightly and reach your arms up to the sky in any arms you want. You can have your palms together. You can interlace your wrists. You can interlace your thumbs. Whatever you feel like doing today. Remember, life is messy. Wear life loosely and play and have fun. hands in prayer. Let's go right to plank. Hold plank position, please. Nice. And then from here, come down onto your knees and interlace the fingertips and go into elbow plank. Beautiful, belly button into the spine. Just remember, everyone is going through stuff. There's no reason to compare and despair. Everyone gets their turn at the bottom of the barrel. Everybody does, and thank God we're not at the bottom of the barrel at the same time. Thank God when I'm at the bottom of the barrel, my friends call me and cheer me up and vice versa. And then slowly come on down, please. Upward Cobra. Any Cobra you want. Child's pose. Any child's pose you want. Sometimes people can't put their buttocks on their heels. Some people keep their buttocks a little bit above their knees. And just focus on your inhales and exhales. Come on up onto your hands and knees. And left foot forward, please. Straighten your back leg. And left arm up. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Breathing deeply. Bring that hand back down. Ground your back heel for warrior one. Hands to your waist. And then bring your right arm forward. And then reach arms up. Any arms you want. I like this saying that rigidity, being rigid about stuff, really has to do with control. And control is really fear. And I'm speaking from my own experience. I used to have a lot of rigidity around my diet, around my time for meditation and yoga, and now I wear life loosely. Hands in prayer, come right into plank, hold plank position. Sometimes I do yoga in the morning, sometimes I do it at night, sometimes I meditate in the afternoon, sometimes I meditate in the evening. From here, come onto your knees, and again, elbow plank. Any elbows you want here. You can have your fingers sparkling. You can go ahead and interlace the fingertips. Whatever you want here, we're going to lighten up. We're not going to be so rigid. Come on down. Upward Cobra. Child's pose. Really nice. And just let go. Relax deeply. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your nose. Letting go. Come onto your hands and knees and downward dog. Beautiful. You can again sparkle though, bend the knees if you'd like to. Nice Rana, nice Betsy. You can straighten your legs. Go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet. Grab your elbows and dangle. You can put a little bend in your knees. You can even rock back and forth with your torso. From foot to foot, you can swing to your right foot and then swing to your left foot. And just loosening yourself up and relaxing. Wearing life like a loose garment. Not being so rigid. I used to be so rigid about being a vegan. I used to be so rigid about waking up at 4:30 to do yoga. I was not fun to be with. It's nice to wear life like a loose garment. I used to refuse to let my son watch TV. I used to hide the TV. Now I just let people watch TV. I let them eat sugar and pizza, drink Coke, because I learned there's 3 kinds of business: my business, God's business, and none of my business. And whatever people choose to do, I have to give people the dignity of their own path and just let people be who they are and just focus on myself. One of my favorite sayings is stay in your own hula hoop. Clasp your hands behind your tailbone, open up the shoulders, come right into chair, and then reach up, look up, reach up, look up. Sparkle those fingertips, really nice. Hands in prayer. Come on up to the top of the mat again. Reach up to the sky, look up. Exhale down, touch your toes. Flat back, look up. Bend your knees and left foot back. Reach your heart forward. Reach your right hand up. Look up at your thumb. Bring the hand back down. Please ground your back heel. Hands to your waist. Reach your left arm forward. And then reach your arms up to the sky. Any arms you want. Really nice. Hands in prayer. And just go right to warrior two. Open up. Look at your right fingertips if you like. Beautiful. Go right to triangle. Bring the left arm over and go right back to plank. Hold plank position. Nice. And then from here, just come right onto your belly. Lift your hands, lift your legs. Really nice. Sparkle the fingers and toes. Reach up to upward cobra. Child's pose. And let it all go. Come onto your hands and knees. And left foot forward. Straighten your back leg. Reach your left arm up. Bring the hand back down. Ground your back heel. Hands to your waist. Bring your right arm forward and then reach up. Any hand you'd like. Any hands you like. Breathing deeply. Hands at your heart, open up to warrior two. And triangle, straighten your left leg. Reach the arm over and go right into plank again. Beautiful. Come onto your belly, clasp your hands behind your tailbone, lift your heart, lift your legs. We are not terminally unique. Everyone goes through something, and most of us are more alike than not. Really, we are. We're more alike than different. Reach, go into upward cobra, child's pose, and relax. Breathe into your lower back. Relax the temples, the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue and throat. Come back up onto your hands and knees and downward dog. Really nice. Walk your hands to your feet. Grab your elbows, bend your knees if you choose, and just let your torso drop. Let your head descend like a ripe fruit about to fall off a tree. Just let it go. Long inhalations and long exhalations, giving yourself a break, giving your friends a break, giving your family a break, and realizing that rigidity is control. I used to always have people take their shoes off in my home. I was really, really persnickety, very persnickety. Wear life loosely. Clasp your hands behind your back. Bring your hands up and over. And go ahead and come into a chair. Reach up, look up. Reach up, look up. Hands in prayer, really nice. Come back up to the top of the mat. Inhale up, look up. Exhale down, head to knees. Flat back, look up. And left foot back. Reach your right hand up. Do a little bit of a twist looking up. Bring the hand back down. Ground your back heel, hands to your hips. Bring your left arm forward, please, and then bring your arms up. Really nice. Breathing deeply, grounding your feet. Lift the back ribs and the side ribs. Soften your floating ribs. Really nice. Hands in prayer, open up to warrior two. Go right to triangle. Bring the left arm over, come right to plank, hold plank position. Come onto your belly, lift your hands, lift your legs. Upward cobra, child's pose. Soften your eyes, relax your jaw, soften your shoulders. Come back up onto your hands and knees and left foot forward, please. Straighten your back leg and left arm up. Bring your hand back down, please. Ground your back heel. Hands to your waist. Bring your right arm forward and reach your arms up. Go up. Ground your left foot. Ground your right foot. Lift the back ribs and lift the side ribs. And continue with your inhales and your exhales. Hands in prayer, open up to warrior two. And come right to triangle. Bring the arm over and go right to plank. Hold plank position. And just bring your right knee toward your left elbow. And straighten. And your left to your right. And your right to your left. And your left to your right. And your right to your left. and your left to your right, and your right to your left, and your left to your right. And hold plank. Really nice. Straight arms. Belly button in to protect your lower back. Pushing those hands energetically away from each other to spread your collarbones. Very nice. Come onto your belly, lift your hands, lift your legs. And then upward cobra, child's pose, and relax. Very nice. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Soften your jaw. Go back to your inhales and your exhales. Come onto your hands and knees. Hands onto your buttocks, and here you can be on your toe. We're going to do camel pose. You can be on your toes if you want, or the tops of the feet. There's no right or wrong. And here you're going to look back, and for those that are flexible at home, or Betsy and Rana, if you want to grab your heels, go ahead and do so, and lift your heart. And child's pose. And stretch your arms forward. Come onto your hands and knees, hands onto your buttocks. And if you have lower back pain, really want belly button in, zip the pubic bone towards the belly button, lift your heart, elbows closer together, and go back. And if you feel comfortable here, grab your heels again. Child's pose. Let it all go. Stretch your arms forward, please. Come onto your hands and knees. Hands onto your buttocks. For those that have lower back issues, just stay here and look up. And you can be on your toes or the tops of your feet. Yogi's choice. There's no right or wrong. And child's pose. Nice. Come onto your hands and knees and downward dog. Hold downward dog. And then from here, come to a seated position, Dandasana, with your legs straight out in front of you. Hands right behind your buttocks. Lift the back ribs and the side ribs. Reach up, please, and grab your feet. And if you need a belt at home, do so. Use a belt, or you can even bend your knees if you would like, and just come forward. Focusing on your inhales, please, and your exhales. Returning back to your inhales and your exhales. Inhales and exhales. Inhales and exhales. Come on up and just bend your right knee, please. Give it a big hug. Sit up really tall like you're a puppet on a string. Iron your left leg into the earth and hug your right knee. And then open that out. And then from here, let's just do a little bit of a twist here. Lift and twist, look over your left shoulder. And then from here, go ahead and reach up, look up. And grab your left foot. And lengthen forward, bringing that belly button over your left thigh. Remember, life is messy, and I like if you take the word illness and you replace the letter I with we, you get wellness. So we heal together. If you're going through something painful, pick up the phone and call someone. There's someone else who's been through the same thing that you have. I've gone through a lot of times in my life through the dark night of the soul, being widowed at 30 years old and raising a son by myself. There were some really dark times, but I always picked up the phone. You're not alone. There's someone that's gone through this before. You are not terminally unique. And we heal if we get into the we part rather than the I part. And you can see that in the word illness. You take out the letter I and you put we, you get wellness. We only heal together. We only heal together. Community builds immunity. Community builds immunity. Pick up the phone and reach out and call people. You're not alone. Someone has gone through what you've gone through. And then slowly come on up, please, and straighten that right leg. And then hug the left. And get really, really tall. Lift through the crown. Iron your right leg into the earth. Go up, up, up. And then open that knee out, please, and do a little bit of a twist here. Lift and twist, ironing that right leg into the earth and lifting through the crown of the head. Beautiful. Reach up, look up, reach up, and then grab your right foot and belly button over that right thigh and just lengthen over, please. Long inhalations and long exhalations. We are all imperfectly perfect, or we're perfectly imperfect, however you want to say it. There's no such thing as perfectionism, and when we strive for perfectionism, it can create shame. There's no such. Life is messy. Life is messy. No one has the handbook on life. It's messy. We might have family put together, but our finances might be a mess. Our romance can be a mess, but our family might be okay. Or all of us have different issues in our lives. But I do know good thoughts go into good feelings, and good feelings go into good actions, and good actions go into good results. And the best way to hack into happiness is through gratitude. Just being grateful for all the things we have, and be grateful for our lessons. We're just here to learn and grow, and if we get the lesson, we don't have to repeat it. And then slowly come on up, and then reach up and forward bend again, you guys, and come on forward. And you can even find the Cobra in your forward bend. So as you grab your feet, even look up and find that Cobra. Find the back bend in your forward bend. And come on down. And again, there's no perfect forward bend. You can even bend your knees a little if you want. Just honor yourself here. There's no such thing as perfectionism. Forward bends with the bent knees are just fine. With a belt, they're just fine. And even if you can't touch your toes, right here is perfect too. There's no perfect pose. And then from here, go ahead and just lie down on your backs, please. Hug your knees into your chest. Take your hands behind your head, and let's bring the right elbow to the left knee. And then the left to the right. And the right to the left. And the left to the right. And right to the left. And left to the right. And right to the left, and left to the right. And just keep going at your own pace. Maybe some of you, it's faster. You have a lot of energy today, so you're moving really, really quickly, and you feel like you really want to just keep moving. And some of us are more tired, so we may go more slowly. Just honor yourself. Honor where you're at today. And then from here, go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. And then from here, bring your feet hip distance apart with your knees bent, and interlace your thumbs over your head, please, and lift your buttocks. Lift your buttocks and bring your knees away from your fingers and your fingers away from your knees. And then slowly bring your buttocks down with your arms down, please. And then lift the buttocks again and maybe cross the thumbs the opposite way if you choose. Knees away from your face, grounding your feet. And then go ahead and come on down. And then again, lift up. Really nice. And then from here, lower down. And then from here, bring your right ankle on top of your left knee and thread the needle. Hug your left thigh and give yourself a big hug. Returning back to your breath. We're going to start slowing down. Softening the temples, please. Softening your jaw and your shoulders. Breathing into your hips. And slowly undo that. Bring your feet hip distance, knees bent. And bring your left ankle onto your right thigh. And then go ahead and thread the needle, hugging your right thigh. Giving yourself a big hug and breathing as you soften your face. Breathe into your hips. long inhalations and long exhalations. Always returning back to the breath. And release, please. Feet hip distance. And then from here, bring your right leg over your left. And then hug your knees into your chest. And drop your knees out to the left as you look over the right shoulder. Just do a little bit of a twist here. Looking over your right shoulder and just breathing into the side body. Starting to slow down your practice. This twist is really good for your digestive system and for your kidneys, your liver and your spleen. Returning back to your inhales and your exhales. And slowly come out of that gently and slowly, bringing your left leg over your right. Hug your knees into your chest and bring the knees over to the right and look over the left. And these twists are so delicious. In yoga, we say we're as young as our spine. So with all the twists in yoga, it gives us a very supple spine. Returning back to your inhales and your exhales. Come back to center, hugging your knees into your chest, and happy baby, grabbing your feet, breathing deeply, long inhalations and long exhalations, hugging your knees into your chest, and from here, Shavasana. Straighten out your right leg and your left leg and hands away from your body. Give yourself a lot of space. Give yourself a lot of space. You are enough. You are more than enough. Give yourself a lot of space. Really nice work, Betsy. Really nice work, Rana. And really nice work at home. And just soften the space between the eyebrows. And just soften your temples. Release your lower jaw from your upper jaw. Let your shoulders melt like butter. Relaxing your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms. Releasing the thumb, index, middle ring, and pinky fingers. And as your palms are open to the sky, it's symbolic of all the blessings you're receiving. You're receiving many blessings of health and joy and peace and harmony and laughter and love. Dream and drift and drop, feeling the rise and fall of your belly, the expansion and contraction of your ribs, relaxing your pelvis, your buttocks, your thighs, your knees, your shins and calves, your feet and toes as you dream and drift and drop. Pick a beautiful landscape to melt in, a garden, the mountains, a beach, and melt on the earth. The universe has your back. The universe has your back. Dream and drift and drop, drifting down from 6 to 5 and 5 to 4 into wellness and wholeness. 4 to 3, drifting and dreaming and dropping. 3 to 2 and 2 to 1. Feeling more relaxed now than you've ever known yourself to be. Feeling more relaxed now than you've ever known yourself to be. Let go. Melting into the colors, the smells, the sounds of your environment. And just imagining wellness and wholeness all around you. Remember, fitness is not just physical, it's mind and body. I'm Susan Foxley, and you can learn more about my books, workshops, and life coaching at SusanFoxley.com. or connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. See you next time. One more thing, always, always, always go where the love is. Namaste.